welcome to Sports Evolution Radio, everybody. My name is Nick Sundberg, and I'm here with my co-host, Darwin Navarrete.
Hola.
We are actually at Casa de Sundberg this evening. Bam. We're at Casa de Sundberg this evening, just doing some audio for you because of some video complications that we've been having recently, so we figured we'd take away all of the external factors and just do this for this time.
There are a lot of fans that we're letting down because they can't see your face.
I know, it's terrible. I feel really bad. Actually, Eric Catani is here with us tonight. He might join the show. He's doing a little painting right now, though. He's actually just finished eating. But
he just ate like a meal for three.
Yeah,
I told
he
him
stunk up the house.
I would eat that like throughout a whole day, probably, and go back at it at midnight. Like, that's
yeah, he made a giant salad with a bunch of barbecue chicken, and
put a half a cow in there too.
Yeah, he had all the toppings and fixings. It was nice looking, and he ate it about 37 seconds.
Yeah,
but he put barbecue chips and with the craisins on top and all that stuff.
You need to go with like the Old Bay chips. If you like the barbecue, Old Bay, come on now.
Old Bay's way better.
Yeah, definitely.
But so
action-packed
show for you guys this evening. Let's see. We're talking about the Wizards getting their second win against the Heat last night. I was there in person, actually saw it happen. We're going to talk about
the Sundberg effect. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just learned. I heard about it. I didn't just learn about it, but it is like official. It is legit. People, you gotta. If you go to Wiki, who doesn't Wiki Nick Sundberg, and you too will know what the Sundberg effect is. When it's in writing, when it's in Wiki, that is the real deal. It's legit, stamped, all the good stuff.
Right? How funny is that?
That's awesome.
But let's see what else we got. We got the playoff picture talk. We've got Redskins, Giants, and Ravens, and then some random news stories for you.
Let's start off with a little random. Oh, by the way, everyone, check us out. Nick, I got to stop and support and thank everyone for everyone's support, first of all. And that is, guys, thank you so much for going to sunburger.com, sportsevolutionradio.com. Lately, for the past couple of weeks, we've been getting tons of hits. That Thanksgiving video that we put up there, hundreds and hundreds of you guys checked it out. So thank you so much for supporting Nick, the show, and thank you for rocking those Sundberg T-shirts. I mean, I've seen Kai, all the Redskins, not all. We've got the good ones so far, so good, rocking this stuff. But check it out, sunburger.com.
Yeah, I've gotten some really good hits. Some got like people on Twitter saying they're lucky and things like that. This one guy, he said ever since he's worn it under his Kerrigan jersey, we've won all 3 games.
Oh, really?
I don't think it has anything to do with me playing or anything, but
I've missed those things.
Oh, really?
No, I've missed all of them. I haven't seen one.
Yeah,
awesome.
it's pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
But, yeah, Eric said he wears it to sleep every night for luck. So his body can recover properly for practice the next day.
That's hilarious. So let's get on with this little thing, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
That is a little bit of non-sports. Saved by the Bell. You love Saved by the Bell.
It's funny because
many times here.
Yeah, one of the shows I actually wore my Saved by the Bell Bayside Tigers shirt, and that was a few weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, but I almost wore it again today.
Oh, man.
It's really funny that the first thing he brings up when he walks in the door is Saved by the Bell.
Yo, AC. We got to. But look, with that in mind, now that I watched this and I made you watch a little bit of this, when the dude came with the pom pom started singing to that chick, that's where it all hit me that I have seen this episode as a kid. I watched it last night and I felt like that was the first time. I watched it again right now, but no, man, it's all coming back to me. So first of all, we're talking about Saved by the Bell. This episode is with Jim Harbaugh, 49ers head coach Jim Harbaugh is here. Did you ever see this guy? Do you remember him making this show?
No, I don't think I ever saw any of those episodes. It's the episodes when it was the college years they kept running with the high school years. And I don't remember watching any of these episodes. But it's crazy because he doesn't even look like himself. He doesn't look anything like he does now. It's really strange.
He's a young buck.
And he was all jacked and tan. I mean, he looked great then.
The starting quarterback for the Colts. I mean, really? The Colts, that's a long time ago. That's pretty crazy. And Jesse Reed, our friend, and of Bleacher Report, he did a story on you a couple weeks ago, which was awesome. He did this story last night, and I read it, and, I started laughing. And he wrote something like, it's funny to see this guy in this kind of role, knowing how fiery, how just crazy
in such a role model role, yeah.
And now in real life, and now you see him coaching. I mean, this guy really disappeared for many years, but now you see him. It's just pretty nuts. which leads me to the next point, Nick Sundberg. When you, my friend, are 40, 30, 40, 50 years old, like Mr. Jim Harbaugh, God knows what the heck you're going to be doing at that point, you're going to have this Wikipedia page up with the Sundberg effect.
That'll hopefully say played till he's 40 and then became a long snapper coach in Phoenix, Arizona.
There you go. But what I'm saying is, are you ready for for people to find juicy stuff on you 20, 30 years later?
Juicy stuff. I mean, I haven't been on any TV shows yet.
Saved by the Bell? Hey, you never know.
Hey, I would be on Saved by the Bell in a heartbeat. I'd go on the new Boy Meets World if they asked me to.
Oh my gosh! By the way, I saw Danielle Fisher, Topanga, tweet last night that
you follow her on Twitter.
Her and Ben. Are you kidding me? I've even got to the point. I'm like, follow me. I'm gonna start dropping your name. Me and Nick Sundberg, Redskins long snapper. Whatever I need to do. I'm putting you out there with Topanga.
Hey man.
But listen, so Topanga tweeted last night that her and Ben were auditioning for their.
Is she
married
married?
For their daughter? Yeah, she's dating some dude.
She's dating?
Yeah.
Isn't she old?
No, dude. I mean, I'll show her pictures on Twitter.
How old is she?
I'm a fan. I don't know, but not old enough.
She's got to be like.
She's probably like a little older than me, like 31 maybe.
No way.
32.
Is she that young?
Yeah, she's not that old. She's got chihuahuas. She likes chihuahuas.
I was going to say 42.
You think so?
Yeah.
I got no.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Wikipedia never lies.
We got Danielle Fisher. Okay, so 1981. She's 31.
Oh, well, look at that.
Hey.
You're right.
But anyway, so that's pretty exciting. But going back to Jim Harbaugh, it's hilarious. I wonder if the guys, if you were a player for a team, since you're a player, you saw your coach doing something like this. A story comes out. Do you mess with your coach?
Well,
do you mess with Coach Shanahan?
Probably not. During our rookie show, I think it was. It was Kirk Cousins. They did this huge skit about Coach Shanahan and Shannon Sharp was in it. I mean, it was an excellent rookie show. But one of the things they finished with was they put up a picture of Coach Shanahan's book, and on the cover he's rocking this like old school suit with the loafers and the blazer, and he looks very, very interesting.
He's got a little pimp waist.
Oh yeah, he looked pretty funny. But I mean, that's to the extent of that I would ever take it. I don't know if I'd go any further than that.
Is it because it's Coach Shanahan?
No, it's because your job's on the line.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with who it is.
Okay.
It's really just that your job is on the line.
That's awesome. All right, let's move on to our next story here. So there's a below surface moon is battered cracked heap. I don't know what the heck. I haven't really read it, but you know what it leads me to is outer space, aliens walking on the moon, water, whatever the heck they find, things growing. What the heck do you think, Mr. Nick Sundberg?
I have a question before we continue this. Do you think we've ever actually been to the moon? You've heard all those conspiracy theories that we haven't actually even been there?
Yeah. I want to say we have.
Okay, me too. To answer your question, is there life out there? Am I naive enough to believe that in the, every star that you see is another galaxy? So, I mean, yes, I believe, as crazy as this sounds, yeah, there's got to be.
There's got to be something, right?
Got to be.
Dude, when I was a kid, I literally went through my phase. I think it was just like 7th to 8th grade. I don't know what.
Right after you saw E.T.?
No. It wasn't. Dude, I didn't watch E.T. till like later. Remember, I'm a foreigner. Those things are like new to me. I'm late to the show, so I found out what E.T. was when I was like out of high school. Okay, no joke. No, but 7th and 8th grade, I was obsessed. I don't know why. I was maybe not obsessed, but I was very intrigued by aliens. That's for sure. I dreamt about them. I remember they chased me. They were not
and they weren't the nice kind of aliens.
No, every dream that I had, and I had many dreams of aliens, they were never nice. So I believe that there's something out there, and I believe whatever force there is not a positive one. I think it's negative.
Yeah, I think it would be negative as well.
Can't be positive. There's nothing positive about something like that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Do you think that in our lifetimes, Nick,
no,
we're going to see something like Independence Day or something crazy like that?
Nope, not a chance.
If we did, would you enlist yourself to fly a saucer?
To fly a saucer?
Yeah, I mean, go out after those suckers.
You mean to fly a jet? To be a part of the military?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. I feel like at that point maybe we have saucers.
Well, if I'm 80, probably not.
What if you rescued and broke into a saucer? I mean, okay, if you start with the jet, wouldn't you want to hop into a saucer?
I mean,
I would.
I would probably, yeah. I'm all about the adrenaline rush. I mean, that's probably the ultimate adrenaline rush. I mean, I love Independence Day, and when Will Smith freaking is flying that thing around, it's pretty awesome.
People, if you should have seen Nick's face when he thought about jumping into the saucer, he got excited.
Heck yeah! You kidding me?
That's hilarious.
If I'll jump out of an airplane, I'll definitely fly an alien saucer.
I don't know, Nick. I feel like there's something out there.
An alien saucer.
I feel like
an alien spacecraft, my friend.
I feel like it could hit us in our lifetime. I really do. You probably think I'm crazy. We have never talked about this. I actually make comments all the time. I'm like, if I'm alive, then. And I honestly believe, man, the way that the world is going, it should not have been 70 degrees yesterday. All right, for whatever reason. From that, I know that's different than this aliens, but let me tell you, one thing is in common. That is, we're going down, and we're going down quick.
What are you talking about?
The world. You know
Get out of here.
Maybe I'm watching too much Doomsday Preppers.
Oh, my gosh. Worst show. Well, I can't say it's the worst show ever. There are plenty of worse shows than that. But
we talked about
I feel bad for those kids.
Dude, you ever watch MTV?
No.
All right. There's a new show out there. Keep in mind,
what's it called?
I don't have enough. I have too much time.
Catfish. I knew you were going to say
Everybody's
that.
talking about that.
I've seen the commercials, and I've actually seen like 2 minutes of an episode.
Oh, really?
It's pathetic.
It's pretty interesting. One of them takes place in Maryland. Funky.
It's got to be one. It's got to be scripted. Like, there's no way somebody's like, I've been talking to this person for 12 years online, and I've never met him.
I honestly think some people are stupid.
Like, how are you that naive?
Like, I just feel like there's. Well, keep in mind, not stupid. I'm going to take that back. I just feel like some people are sometimes are in.
Just have that much hope.
Not in the best place in their lives, and maybe their self-esteem is not. So they'll take. Hey, why don't you come over? I want to see you. No, not right now. Okay. You know what I mean? That's literally okay.
Yeah.
They'll never say, but why not?
Yeah.
You feel me? I just feel like there's people out there like that. I really do.
It makes me feel terrible.
I don't know. I honestly think that show is real, and I think it's crazy.
You think all the other reality shows are real too?
Yeah, forget about that. Mm-hmm. Most of them. Jersey Shore is definitely real.
Okay, I hope everybody knows that he's being sarcastic.
I'm kidding about that way. Some reality ones, I feel. I guess you just ruined that debate for me, huh? I guess none of them are really real.
No.
Because I'd like to believe that Pawn Wars and that whole thing was real, but then I realized
Pawn Stars?
Those weren't real either.
No, not at all.
So everything is fake.
They only film on like every other Wednesday or like one Wednesday a month.
Yeah, my brother went to Vegas. He tried to see those guys. Those guys were never there. Mm-mm. And to get there, you had to go wait in line, and it's like a museum type of thing at this point.
I had a friend that tried to do it. He actually got on the show.
Really?
Yeah. But he's a reality show fiend.
I follow Chumlee on Instagram. He's an interesting fellow.
Does he say anything? I don't even think he'd know how to use a...
He posted pictures.
I don't even know if he'd... I'm surprised he knows how to use technology.
Yeah.
Katani.
Yeah. He posts us the pictures.
Yeah.
So...
Eric is actually right now, so you guys know, he just finished his second painting from this household. The first one he did, we should actually post a picture of it. It's beautiful.
I'm going to.
That's it. That's his first one over there,
He's
Darwin.
got fire.
Darwin.
Huh.
That's his.
Oh, wow. Dude, that's ridiculous.
So the first one he did, Eric's a very abstract painter.
That is pretty straight modern, up out of a museum.
But it's an octopus. I am a big fan of fish and undersea life. I've got a bunch of fish tanks. I've actually got 3 in this apartment. But in my house in Phoenix, we've got a bunch of them too. So I told him, I wanted him to paint me something because he does such great work. So he made that one, and I was like, well, you got to paint me something else because I can't just have it by itself. I mean, it's got to have a friend. So he's actually just putting the finishing touches on.
That's yours?
Yeah,
dude.
On the hammerhead.
I saw that.
But
it's freaking
so
badass.
What are you doing? What's it called? Resin. How he's adding the resin. So basically, he takes a blowtorch, epoxy resin, takes a blowtorch and fires it, and it gets all glossy and looks like it's covered in glass. It's crazy. He's doing it inside my apartment, which is probably even crazier. But whatever. There's a method to the madness.
That's crazy. Yeah,
he said he's done it before. I've done this before. Don't worry.
I thought this was all painting, and then I see a torch.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. I did not expect to see that in here tonight.
Yeah, me neither.
That's pretty cool.
He's actually just picked up what is that, a 5x5 board, Eric? a 4x4 piece of wood that he paints on. But he's got some pretty crazy ideas for that, and he's telling me about it too.
That's awesome. I wish that I was creative. I always wanted to be an artist. I tried. Like, I would make my mom go out to the art store and buy me the papers and the special pens and the everything special that an artist needed. I had, and I couldn't get past stick figures. I really, man, I wanted to draw Dragon Ball Z in 7th grade. Everybody that was an artist was drawing Dragon Ball Z.
Who didn't watch Dragon Ball Z? Let's be honest.
I wanted to draw it so bad. I couldn't even do the hair. How can you not draw freaking hair like mine that just sticks up? I couldn't do it. It's crazy.
Just draw. Come on, man. It's that easy.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I was.
You're an artist?
I can draw.
Have I seen you draw something?
Oh. I can draw. I can't paint to save my life, but I can draw.
It's pretty crazy, man. There's artists in the family that I belong to, and I'm not it. But
you didn't get that, Gene?
No, heck no. I can barely walk straight.
Let alone hold a pencil or...
It's no joke. Like, yeah, seriously. Remember, don't forget the story I told you. I don't fully know how to write cursive.
Yeah, that's
and I also missed the whole multiplication table. Okay, that's just even more amazing. That black dude coming out at the top, that's like 3D, right? He's coming out?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's...
That's the scuba diver.
Dang, that's pretty awesome. I didn't even notice that he was coming out. I thought it was just part of the picture, inside the picture.
Yeah, pretty crazy, huh?
Honestly, that doesn't even look like a drawing. It looks like a computer image with God knows crazy ass technology done to it. You know, it does not look like a hand. Someone physically did all that.
He's good at what he does, ladies and gentlemen. Eric, what's your website? Eric Katani, KETTANI.com. Check him out. He's got a ton of work on there. He's also got a web clothing design company called StateRoots.com. Basically, the premise is, for every state, people are proud of where they come from. Basically, it's a silhouetted picture of, I'm from Arizona, so I got one. It's a silhouetted picture of Arizona with roots coming out of it. Basically, that's where I was grown.
And you know what?
It's a really good idea.
I was looking at those shirts. The material on those shirts look cool. And we know what I liked about them? I like the V-neck. I saw some V-necks on there. I'm a big fan of the V-necks. So I like those colors. And it looked like soft material. It's
really soft material, and I did get a V-neck as well.
It looks it.
It's organic, he said.
Organic material? The cotton?
Is it? Well, I can't look at it yet. I want to, though. Jerk.
Is this NFLPA?
Yeah, Eric is rocking the NFLPA Katani 40 hoodie, actually, right now. Yeah. If you check out NFLPA.com, every player in the league has... I know it's not very well known, but every player has a bunch of merchandise that you can buy. So T-shirts, sweatshirts.
What?
Yeah, and you can, because before every year we have to sign something, and they can use our signature. So they literally have T-shirts. They have tank tops, T-shirts, V-necks, I think, sweaters, hoodies. But so mine will say, Sunberg LS 57. It'll have my signature across the middle of it. It's really cool. They've done some really cool things.
That's freaking awesome, man. The logo is cool. You don't see that people rocking that logo. No, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So, sportsevolutionradio.com. Check us out every Wednesday. We're bringing you live video. Tonight, not so much, but hey, you know what? We got cool stories. We're at the Nick Sundberg, Eric Katani place. We got fire torches, art, TVs, shooting games.
Yeah, we were playing Call of Duty while Darwin set up. And by the way, Eric Katani is the worst Call of Duty player I have ever met in my entire life. He is absolutely awful. For being military, terrible.
I bet you he's better than me.
I bet you he's not.
That right there, that stage, I have the game. Remember, I got the game whenever I texted you, hey, do you have the game? I haven't gotten past the first thing. The first, whatever it's called. I haven't played it, but... Yeah, what I saw on the screen, I have only seen on the back of the game.
You need to practice, my friend.
Yeah, apparently.
Practice makes...
I heard him saying, are you looking at the map? I'm like, the map? I don't use the map.
Practice makes you better.
I guess so. So let's go with sportsevolutionradio.com. Check us out. Follow us on Twitter. Nick Sundberg, Darwin Sports, and, of course, Sports Evo Radio. And thank you, everyone, for following Sports Evo Radio. I think this past week we got, over 100 followers. So thank you so much.
Did we really?
Yeah. So thank you so much for everyone who's doing that. We appreciate the support. So let's keep going. Let's talk about a little football. That's what everybody's been waiting for. Playoff. We're going to flirt with this. We don't have the brackets in front of us, nothing like that. But let's talk about this. Right now is the time. It's December. It's the time where things happen. Things matter. Everything that goes on matters. It's always mattered, but right now it's crunch time. And the Washington Redskins are in a beautiful, beautiful position. But with the Washington Redskins, you have other teams. Let's talk about our division. Kind of stay there. We have right now, as of now, the New York Giants taking the division right now. We have us, the Redskins, and the Dallas Cowboys, both at 6-6. But the Redskins are above the Dallas Cowboys just because of the divisional wins.
Because we beat them, yeah.
The divisional wins. But nevertheless, you have this team. So what does that say? Is the division weak? Some people say yes. Is the division strong? I don't know. I think it's very competitive as it is every year. There's some unexpected things that have gone on. But overall, this is pretty exciting. I think it's exciting to see 3 NFC teams on that bubble, on that bracket, whether it's 2 in the flirting with that wild card and 1 breaking it already. It's still, I think this division is just as strong. I think it's even crazier and stronger when you have a guy like Robert Griffin III now in this division, because you're seeing people just not.
Well, I mean, just look at the 4 quarterbacks. You got Eli, Romo, Vic, and Robert.
Those are amazing.
I mean, Vic's not playing right now, but you have 4. Sure, you got $200 million, you got $100 million guys out of the 4.
Eli Manning,
let's be honest,
2-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, it's a strong division for sure, and it sucks when we have to play Philly, Dallas, then the Giants all in a row. To be honest, it's really not a great time. But I'm so excited and happy that we got away with. We were able to squeeze out 3 wins in a row. All division opponents. I mean, that's huge for us. Huge. Changes our entire season.
That's monumental. I mean, 3 weeks ago, we talked about this for the past 3 weeks. Can it happen? Is it going to happen? When it comes to you, yes. I know I've heard only positive things on your end, but really, everyone on the outside didn't really think that this was going to happen, and now that it has, it's pretty special. I think that you have a lot of different believers. Now, forget the fans. I think everyone in Washington, D.C., in their hearts or in their minds, there's a possibility of you never know what's going to happen. But outside of D.C., Washington Redskins haven't really been looked at as an opponent to really look after or to be aware of or for quite some time now. But I think that's starting to change really fast. And I think we're going to get to it, but this weekend is going to be a huge test for the Redskins, not only just because it's the Ravens, but it's outside of the division. I'm excited. But going back to this playoff, what do you think about this whole playoff little bracket from previous years? I mean, there's been previous years certain teams that have legitimately just surpassed other teams. Now you have a lot of these teams just on the bubble is what I'm saying. There's not a clear-cut, hey, I think this guy's going to go to the Super Bowl. I think this guy's going to go to the Super Bowl. Not this year. I think, the Packers, you see them, they got blown away by the Giants the other week. And then they bounce back. It's just everybody's up and down.
Honestly, it's because the teams that are doing so well are so unproven in the playoffs. I mean, you've got the Texans and the Falcons are, AFC, NFC, but neither one have proven that they can go the distance in the playoffs. So it really isn't, it's not the Patriots are 9-3, but, they're not 11-1 right now, and you're going, oh, they're definitely going to the Super Bowl, because they're a battle-tested, proven, veteran-led squad. You've got young, I can't say that the Texans are that young, but or the Falcons, but you got these, I guess, inexperienced playoff teams. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens when the playoffs do start, to see how these teams, I guess, kind of, try and bounce back from last year's losses and things like that. I know the Texans didn't have Schaub last year in the playoffs, and so that was a huge, disadvantage for them. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be really interesting.
I think it's going to be very, very interesting. How about this? Can we get a little music break going on? And when we come back, we're going to hop into a little bit of football. Giants. We're going to talk about this past Monday Night Football. which was a beautiful, beautiful game. Everyone went out there, which obviously tons of people went out there. Monday Night Football against the Giants. It was the third win that these guys got, which was amazing win. It was an amazing game to watch. I wasn't there, but I watched it. It was awesome. So we're going to definitely talk about that. You're listening to Sports Evolution Radio. Check us out, sportsevolutionradio.com. Follow us on Twitter. We'll be right back.
sportsevolutionradio.com.
Now back. We are back.
We are back.
sportsevolutionradio.com.
Sorry for the delay. Darwin asked for a little present from me. I got him a pair of sweet Redskins gloves, the ones with the logo in the middle. He said he
I'm going to sleep with these. I will do everything but go to the bathroom with these now.
Unplug me.
Unplug you? Yes.
He said they're like $100 at Fair Oaks Mall at the Redskins store. That's awful.
$99.99.
That's terrible.
If I had $99, I would have bought them last week, but I just drooled at them and just looked at them through the showcase. But now I have them on my hands, and they're everything that I thought they would be.
He is wearing them while we're doing the radio show.
And I can't stop staring at my hands. I feel like I could be Brian Orakpo right now in the Fios commercial. I've pretty much got the arm width in the biceps area down. Yes?
Yeah, we're going to go with no.
Okay, I've got Brian Orakpo's action figures. Bicep area down. So, sportsevolutionradio.com. Check us out, sportsevolutionradio.com. Let's get into it. So, again, Monday Night Football, I feel so special. You have no idea. These are, like, ventilated. Like, no wonder, like, I'm just, like, I got to, like...
He's moving his hands all over the place right now.
I need one of you guys to throw me a football before I leave here. That's all I got to say. Because I feel like sticky hands. I can catch anything that comes my way right now. SportsEvolutionRadio.com. So Monday Night Football, beautiful game. Everybody was excited for this. I was excited for this. Did anyone really think that they were going to get it? I did. You did. We called it here. It was a great game. What did you take from it? First of all, let me back it up. Congratulations once again for having a ridiculous special teams. You guys continuing to keep this streak going, and that is this field goal streak going. Kai Forbath, the new Redskins kicker, is right now is perfect. But we all know that it's a team thing, so congratulations.
Hey, thanks, man.
How beautiful is it, by the way? I think there's not too many teams out there that can honestly say that right now.
Do they have a kicker who's 11 for 11?
Yeah.
No, there have been a lot of missed kicks this year.
A lot.
I'm
trying to tie my shoes with the gloves on.
I know. It looks really bad.
So, dude, that statistic it's a beautiful statistic. And not only that, but when these kicks that he's putting through, I mean, they're going right down the middle, and gosh, there's just so much to that kick, that ball. I mean, that ball can just keep going, you know? It's just a beautiful thing. I mean, what is it like, first of all, starting with the special teams from the coaching? Coach Danny Smith. Praises. I know you're doing your job, but, I mean, you guys have something good going right now. What's the key to this? Keep it going?
Honestly...
And you guys are starting to get comfortable, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, each week we get more and more comfortable with each other. It's just kind of one of those things. The more you work together, the better you get. I'm assuming someday he's going to miss one. When that is, who knows? But hopefully for the time being, we can stay perfect for the rest of the year. I mean, that'd be a great feat. And I think it says a lot about our coaching staff for taking a shot, on a rookie who was on IR all last year with Dallas, was in Tampa Bay's in their training camp, got released, and, came into a workout with a couple of veterans who they could have very well easily signed. But, they decided, you know what, screw it, let's take a shot on this rookie and see what he's made of, and he's proven them right. He
has, and wow, no, I mean, a lot of people knocked when they heard Kai Forbath coming to the Washington Redskins as a kicker. First of all, who's Kai Forbath?
Everybody knocks every kicker that comes here, though, let's be honest.
That's true. I mean, there's been a lot of drama with kickers at the same time in Washington for quite some time.
Yeah.
You talk about people like LeVar Arrington, still to this day, if I had a kicker, we would have done this. You know what I mean? If I had a kicker, we would have done that. Whether tomato, that's my motto. But nevertheless, it's pretty special. So going forward with that, Robert Griffin III, this offense, Robert Griffin III, Alfred Morris, and this offensive line. I don't know. We hear not to take anything away from Al and from Robert, but this offensive line does not get enough credit, if you ask me. No way, no how. I heard that Trent Williams played at 60%. Like, he was feeling
2 weeks
60%.
ago?
No, on Monday. He was
2 weeks ago, too.
2 weeks ago, too? I didn't know it was 2
In the
weeks
Dallas
ago, too.
game, he wasn't feeling good.
Nick, I mean, I couldn't imagine. I guess I'm a pansy, obviously, compared to you dudes. Because who am I talking to? The dude that freaking played the game with a broken arm. But, I don't get that, man, because I know when I'm not feeling well out of my job, that I sit at a computer and I'm not feeling, I'm sick, man, I don't want to do anything but to go out there and put it on the line, Monday Night Football, have a pass rusher freaking defense like the Giants coming at you and play that offense and keep it together. That's pretty phenomenal.
Well, I think, at the end of the day, you just kind of look, you got to kind of look at yourself in the mirror and say, it's a few hours, I can get through it. It's one of those things where, it's your livelihood. This is our job. We play on Sundays or Monday or Thursday randomly, but, we only play 16 times if we don't make the playoffs. So, you got to take advantage of every single opportunity you have just because every single one is so important. This isn't baseball where there's 180-something games. Like, we literally have to take full advantage of every single opportunity that we have. So, people say, oh, you're crazy for playing. Well, I only have 16 chances. I got to take full advantage of every single one. Did you lose your phone?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Sorry, he was taking pictures of Katani's artwork so he can post them on Facebook later.
So I was getting ready to do a tweet it while you were talking.
Oh, we'll tweet it, actually. So, it's just kind of one of those things that I think it's less about toughness and more about, wanting to keep your job. Like, all this stuff about Alex Smith. I was actually listening to LeVar and Dukes today, and they were talking about it. Alex Smith did everything right with his injury. He told the training staff exactly what his symptoms were, how he was feeling, if he was getting better, if he wasn't, things of that nature. And what happened? His job was taken away. His job was taken away because he got hurt. So you wonder why guys want to play through pain? That's why. That's why. I think LeVar's even said that when he was playing, they had to hide his helmet because he was trying to go back on the field with a concussion.
Yeah, I heard
There's a reason you want to keep playing, because if not, this is a play or go home league.
And I told, and not to make this about you, but let's be honest with the people. I told you, I think maybe I don't remember if I told you on air or not. Is that when you got hurt, I got scared. I
was scared.
Obviously because, dude, no matter what, I thought that was the end. Because just like you're saying. People so many times now, you step away from half a game and then the next dude steps in and then that's it. Whether you are still can perform or compete better than that dude, that's it, man. If that's all it takes. So, like, for you to have gotten, and going on IR and everything, that was awesome. Not everyone obviously gets that chance, and not everyone is valuable to their team, obviously, to their coaches and staff, to be able to get that chance. I think that's where it's at. People don't get that chance because they're not deemed valuable. You obviously were. But with that in mind, I mean, given your situation, which is similar, it's just a scary situation. You're right. I wouldn't do it either. Alex Smith, that guy, I mean, you watch ESPN, they break down all his records. He was helping the 49ers offense in this and leading here and here. It doesn't matter.
All he was doing was winning games.
It does not matter.
All he was doing was winning games.
But isn't that all people want, to win games?
Yeah, but and that's why guys don't want to come out.
That's just crazy. Kaepernick. Who would you go with, Kaepernick or Alex Smith?
Against the Saints, I would have gone with Kaepernick. It's true. Just watching what Robert and Cam Newton did to them, their defense does not play well against a quarterback that is a run threat as well.
But what about over the season? Yeah.
This past week against St. Louis, I would have gone with Alex Smith. Not going to lie.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I would have gone back to Alex Smith. I would have built the confidence. I would have given him a confidence boost and brought him back in. But honestly, I would have sat him down and told him exactly why. I would have showed him the film of the Saints against Robert and against Cam and said, listen, this is a decision that we're deciding to make, but you'll be back next week. Or if something happens in this game, you'll be back this game. But, they completely destroyed his confidence. And, what's going to happen in the future? Say he does get back in. Say dude decide to go with him, or if something happens to Kaepernick. They put him back in. What if he gets hurt again? Is he going to tell him? No, not a chance. He's going to fight through injuries, just like every other player would. But this time it's going to be even worse. What if it's a head injury? What if he really makes it even worse this time? Like, this is when literally, things start to snowball because of what happened to him when he got his first concussion. So, it's a really difficult decision that you have to make. But at the end of the day, like, it's your livelihood. Nobody wants to be a backup. And in my position, there is no backup. So it's either play or be at home.
It's just crazy. I mean, man. So going back, but would you really, it's not the perfect scenario, and no one would really want a team that would have to switch quarterbacks, right? I mean, what does that do to the rest of the guys? That can't help the running back and everyone else, can it? I mean, if these guys, imagine if Well, the
other guys on the team have to see that.
See what?
That Alex was hurt, and the only reason he's not playing anymore is because he got hurt. So you think they're going to tell him when they have injuries?
True.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, the snowball effect. Like, one little thing leads to another, and all of a sudden you got other guys that are trying to play through things that they probably shouldn't.
But doesn't this happen all the time?
Less now because of the regulations that the league is putting on, but
because in terms of all the tests to get back on the field, you mean?
Yeah, but I mean, I think more things are going to happen. Like Urlacher, I watched an interview with him a couple months ago, where he said if he gets dinged up, like if something happens and he gets his bell rung, he'll literally fake an ankle injury, walk out, hobble off the field until he gets his bearings, and then he'll go back out on the field and finish the game.
Who is this now?
Urlacher. Because he knows if he tells them, "Hey, I got my bell rung," they're going to make him sit out the rest of the game. He's like, "I'm too valuable." He's way too valuable to that defense to sit out the rest of any game. To sit and say, "Hey, I have a concussion," just because I got my bell rung or whatever. Like, no, he literally said, "I will fake an ankle injury, hobble off the field until I feel all right. Tell him, oh, okay, it feels good. I walked it off, and then go back on the field."
That's pretty crazy. I mean, I guess. You kind of did that. No, you didn't really do that, did you?
No, I told him.
But were you to the point where you kind of hid a little bit of the pain that you were feeling?
Oh, it sucked. No, I didn't hide it.
You know what I mean? In the sense,
I told him how much it hurt right away.
Really?
Heck yeah.
Why the heck did you finish then?
We didn't have another option. It was Will Montgomery. I'm not gonna
But okay, but we saw the Raiders game. Remember the next week that we saw the Raiders?
Yeah, but I didn't have a concussion, dude. I had a broken arm. Like, it's just pain.
I guess that's different.
It's not like it's gonna heal. It's not my brain that I'm damaging for the rest of my life. It's a bone that is gonna heal.
I guess. I think that's just crazy. You're crazy.
No, it's all about if you have a pain tolerance that can handle it, then why not?
Yeah. No, I guess. I'm not a football player, obviously, for obvious reasons. I'm not made up for that. That's really crazy. I just look at it and I'm like, oh, cool. So going back to this Monday night game, beautiful things. Again, going back to the offensive line, I think it's one of going back to 60%. Trent Williams, you have Will Montgomery, Chris Chester. I mean, you name it. The whole
Corey Lichtensteiger.
The whole offensive line.
Who's the other one? You should know this.
Jamal Brown.
No, Jamal's not playing. Starts with a T and ends with Eiler Columbus.
Tyler. Tyler. So what I'm saying, offensive line, amazing job. They guys,
especially after all the grief that they got at the beginning of the year,
all season long. These guys
in training camp, everybody dogged them. How are these guys going to run the ball? How are these guys going to pass protect? Oh, they're terrible. They're terrible. Look at them now.
You have one of the best offenses in terms of rushing.
We have the best running game in the league.
In the league, with offensive line that you just might not recognize. I think it's a beautiful thing. I
actually saw something the other day. They were rating centers, and they had Will rated as the second best center in the league.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Dude.
Which I actually probably need to print out and show them.
Who's the number one?
I don't remember. But the offensive line has they have a fine board. And for all these little ticky-tack things, after a play, something happens and you clap your hands, it's $50. Or if you hit the ground on a play, $50. If your name is mentioned in a paper, $200. If you're featured in an article, $500. Stuff like that. And they keep track of this through the entire training camp, entire season. And at the end of the year, they have one big dinner. And they eat and drink. I mean, they get car services, and it's pretty awesome what they do. And at the end of the year, they take everybody's money and they go have this extravagant dinner. So I need to print that out because Will should be fined for that.
That's freaking awesome, man. Jeez, dude, talking about food. I've been jealous of your food intake lately. I've been seeing a lot of delicious steak. All this ridiculous stuff. What's wrong with you? Are you treating yourself after these wins?
No, that was through the team.
Oh, is it? You guys are just eating like kings. I've just been mouth watery. I've been eating my chicken nuggets while you guys are eating steaks.
I had
by the way,
chicken pesto wraps today.
There's I'll tell you who, but have you ever heard of Bonchon Chicken?
I've heard of it.
There's an invitation for you to go to Bonchon Chicken next Tuesday night.
Where's that?
It's in Centerville.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Is it like is it like Popeyes, like a fast food place?
We'll talk about it if you're interested. No, dude. So I was told about Bonchon Chicken, Korean barbecue.
Okay.
And so to make these wings, they're wings. The wings, you have to pre-order them like 30, 40 minutes ahead of time. They have these special ingredients, whatever, ridiculous, spicy, all kinds of different flavored wings, breasts, all kinds of chicken barbecue, Korean barbecue. It's the most delicious. The wings, I don't know how to describe it. It's a crust that you have never bitten into. Maybe you have because you eat delicious food, but I've never never bitten into anything like this, Nick. It's another wing. It's not even a wing. The breast, the first time that I went there 2-3 weeks ago.
It's not dry?
I ate, no. Oh, my gosh. Oh, the breast, I literally messed with all of the chicken wings because I just didn't want a breast. I'm like, oh, my gosh, this is just so out of this world, ridiculously good that I don't want to mess with these chicken breasts. So I waited till the very end. At the very end, I was like, all right, I'm still hungry. I bit into a chicken breast. It was literally like you taking the same bite out of that chicken wing. The most delicious chicken breast. It doesn't look like a chicken.
Wow,
it looks like a chicken breast, but it does not taste like it. I'm telling you, I was blown away. LeVar and we went out last Tuesday. We took LeVar out. Mr. LeVar was blown away.
Really?
That's why the invitation has now come your way. With the same party, just so you know.
Okay.
Just because, dude, we think that you will be blown away by these chicken wings. So just to let you know, you're a chicken wing guy. I am in love with Bonchon Chicken. I love bulgogi. Have you ever mess with bulgogi too?
No.
Oh my gosh, not any wings there, but bulgogi is the most delicious Korean barbecue dish that you can possibly order. It's just rice and this meat with this juice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of food.
I love it
in general.
I'm hungry right now.
Darwin still hasn't put the gloves. He just put the gloves down, but he put them on top of his mic so he could stare at him. While he talked.
I'm honestly looking at all the indentations. Like I can't get over. All right, people, the Nike swoosh is freaking 3D. That I can't. It's so beautiful. You run your finger on it. I don't really get too close to things like this, man. The little things. Honestly, I will stare at these gloves for like 2 hours when I go home.
Did you see the throwback jersey I pulled out?
Yeah, but you put it away real quick that I wasn't
Eric
able.
Has it.
Okay, then I'm going to be a fanboy before I leave. Absolutely, I will look at every stitching and the logo and the tag. I mean, those are the finer things in life. So let's wrap up this Giants talk so we can move on to the Ravens and wrap this up. It was just a beautiful game. There's again,
you know what? Honestly, what I think the best part was, and it's going back to our offensive line was, and this I actually was talking to. Evan Royster after the game about it. This team has changed so much from 2 years ago to last year to this year, just in the sense that when there were 4.5 minutes left in the game and we needed to drive to kill the clock, and they had two timeouts left, we were able to do it. We were able to run the ball, and then we had the 2-minute warning. We were able to run the ball, kill the clock, make them use their timeouts, get first downs, and end the game with possession. There was confidence. We were confident we were going to do it. The entire sideline was confident. We could tell the offense was confident on the field. It's something that I haven't seen, and honestly, I haven't seen it with this team before. It was eye-opening just to see the change in, I guess, attitude. of my teammates. It was phenomenal to watch. You know, I'm not a part of it because I'm not a part of the offense, but to be on the sideline and watching them perform in the last 4.5 minutes of the game or whatever it was for that last drive was truly amazing. And honestly, I haven't really been a part of that. Last year, if we're up by 1 with 4.5 minutes left and we get the ball, it was all right. Let's see if our defense can hold it out. This year it's all right. Robert, kill the clock. Let's get it done. And sure enough, he got it done. And it wasn't just him though. I mean, it was a full effort. Receivers are blocking downfield, and it's little things like Alfred gets hit at the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden the offensive line just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. All of a sudden it's a 4-yard gain. You're like, how did that turn into a 4-yard gain? He was literally hit at the line of scrimmage. Next play, 4-yard gain. Same thing, hit at the line of scrimmage. Like just running right up the middle where they know we're going to run. Still 4 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards. Like it was phenomenal to watch.
Not only that, but not only that, it was a man. I just retweeted from the wrong account. I retweeted from that account.
Oh,
that's nice. Awesome. This is why technology is not a good thing. I do this all the time. I don't know how. It doesn't let me. That's awesome. Sorry, boss. You're right, man. It was a beautiful thing to see Alfred Morris get that first down. It was awesome. We're not used to that too much here, and to, just like you're saying, to be able to end the game with kneeling down and letting the clock run. It's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful feeling. You don't have that whole, my heart is going to come out of my chest. I'm going to puke everything that I just ate and drank. Like you usually do every Sunday, every moment of the game. It's a different feeling. Don't get me wrong. You're still out of on the edge of your seat this season, but it's a different feeling. You never lose the hope. You're not going to puke every second kind of feeling. I mean, it's just a more calming, we're in this, we can do this, I'm excited, let's get it done kind of feeling. I love it, man. I absolutely love it. So with that in mind, let's move on to this coming up game, and that is this Sunday. The Redskins face the Baltimore Ravens at Baltimore. So, what do you think is going to happen? No, I'm sorry. What am I talking about? At Baltimore, yeah. at FedEx. I'm excited because, again, we just mentioned at the beginning of the show, these Washington Redskins are turning heads, not just here in Washington D.C., which is obviously done. Robert Griffin III, the best-selling jersey in the NFL. But now
we're turning Ravens fans into Redskin fans.
People outside, sports analysts, everybody is looking at the Washington Redskins, not treating these guys like jokes. We have a team that has been legit for quite some time in the Baltimore Ravens. Joe Flacco, that offense, those Torrey Smith, you have Anquan Bolden, big body, you have Ray Rice, that offensive line,
unreal.
That defense, and I heard Ray Lewis, torn bicep, practiced today.
No, Suggs.
Ray Lewis too.
Torn tricep.
Or tricep. Then Lewis practiced today too. Mm-hmm. And so if Lewis makes this return,
well, no, he can't play for another 2 weeks.
Really, Lewis?
Yeah, he was on the same IR I was. He can't officially can't play for 8 weeks after the injury. It hasn't been 8 weeks.
I didn't know that because I thought I saw him practice today. I was thinking that
he's allowed to practice but not play.
So
remember, I could practice for not play.
Yeah, I do.
But not play for 2 weeks.
I do remember. So what do you think was what I'm saying? Crazy matchup, big game. Big, meaningful game.
Well, you know what's crazy is every time we play them, it's a big game.
Of course.
The last 2 years we played them in the preseason, and they were both crazy physical games. I mean, it was intense. I mean, it's a preseason. Not many teams take the preseason very seriously just because they know it's the preseason. But it felt like a rivalry game just because we're so close. We were always around those guys. We know each other. We want to be better than them. Even in the preseason, they were intense games. I'm excited for this game. I'm super excited for this game. I've been a part of that organization before. It is a wonderful organization, but I want to beat the pants off them this weekend. I'll be real honest.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure you do. What do you think is going to be one of the key to the games? I mean, obviously, we just talked about Ray Rice and that offense, that defense. The Baltimore defense is a great one, but they are not the same. So, with that in mind, it's going to be an interesting one. Robert Griffin III has been this pistol offense. Everybody's talking about this pistol offense.
Everybody. I
mean, 60% of it. I know numbers now because I've seen it so many times on ESPN. when ESPN has everything broken down, Nick, 60% running time, pistol offense, 10% this, and they do these plays this many times.
Well, did you see John Gruden's breakdown on Monday Night Football?
Oh, it's ridiculous. So what I'm saying is, if you're the other team, I mean, now, not like you're the other team, you know football, you know that stuff, but there's really nothing to hide. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I guess at that point, you just got to stop that play, huh?
Football in general, you really, I can't say you don't try and hide things, but, I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to, even if you know what we're doing, we don't care. Because we believe that we're better than you and we're going to run it where we're going to run it, or we're going to throw it where we're going to throw it. Like, I remember I was talking to an alumni. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Doc Walker. Maybe it wasn't, but it was at an event, and they were talking about their running game with Riggins or whoever it was. I can't remember who I was talking to, but they literally said they ran a power play like 8 times in a row on one drive, same direction, said, hey, we're running power right here. And the Hogs on that offensive line told them, hey, we're running the ball right here. And I don't remember who they were playing, but they just could not stop them. 8 plays, all power right or power left or whatever it was, touchdown. Like, there comes a point in time when, you've got to have the confidence that it doesn't matter if the defense knows what you're doing, we're going to beat them. And I think, we've got to have that confidence. Shoot, Fletch calls out every play before it happens anyways.
That's what you say.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So, tough. Do you see this as a high-scoring game? I mean, Joe Flacco, that offense right now, they're throwing the ball too. Just as much as they're running it, they're throwing it. Torrey Smith is the number one pretty much wide receiver at this point for that team. I mean, he has blown up this season. What do you think is going to happen? Secondary.
I think it'll be interesting.
Especially with our Griffin.
Yeah. Honestly, they haven't played the best away from home. But, this really isn't far away. I think it's like 40 miles to their stadium from ours. Or less. But, technically it's still an away game. They play on turf. We have grass. It'll be interesting to see how they react as a team to a hopefully hostile environment like it was on Monday. Score? I don't know. That's a tough one. Honestly, I would have thought we were going to score more on the Giants than we did, but we didn't have to. So it'll be interesting to see this week. I think we're going to run the crap out of the ball, to be honest.
Have to, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just have to against that team, wearing them down. Alfred Morris, that guy, he's our number one back. That's another thing we got to touch up real quick, and that is, it's been several seasons since we've seen one main guy for Washington.
For sure.
It's pretty exciting.
Even when CP was here my first year, he got hurt. So it went to the committee, and it was Terrain and Keelan and a couple other guys. I saw Terrain on Monday. He's with the Giants now.
Really? Yeah, he got picked up, what was it, last week, right? Mm-hmm. That was that whole, did they pick him up for... Okay, does that really work? I mean, really?
No.
What kind of insight can you really give him? Cofield.
No, last year we picked up... we picked up Cofield...
2 years ago, right?
Last year.
Was it last year? Last year he played with us. This is the second year.
2 years ago. No, it was... I don't know.
But, I mean, does it really work?
It was last year, by the way. Yeah. But Tashard Choice, last year we picked him up, running back, who was with Dallas the week we played Dallas.
Yeah.
And we lost.
I mean, can they really do anything is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't think so. Like, yeah, you can get insight and things like that, but I don't think it's like...
It's not going to win a game.
No.
It's not TV. Any Given Sunday. Doesn't even happen there.
I love that movie.
Any Given Sunday. It's my favorite. Did I told you I met LT?
No. Oh, yeah. I saw a picture.
Well, let me tell you how I got that picture. He was out there smoking a cigar, holding the door between the door open with his chair, smoking a cigar in the exit of an arena. Okay, and he was talking to 2 Hooter girls. So I waited my turn, and I was like, "Can I get a picture?" Yeah, I guess. I was like, "All right, cool." Click. Went on my way because I thought he was gonna have my head. Honestly, he was pissed off looking until I shot it. And right before I shot it, you saw the teeth come out. And then they went away just that fast. And he looked like he was going to kill me after that. So I ran away.
Come on, Doc.
But, yeah, no,
I ain't going to tell nobody.
But you know what? I saw he had the shark from the movie. Any Given Sunday, the helmet. You know,
Did he
the
really?
The Sharks. They had all the shark helmets there set up with. And when I walked into the memorabilia or to this, what you've seen, the signing places, I was like, oh, the Sharks, the Sharks. It literally took me 45 minutes to remember what that. And then I was like, oh, LT's going to be here. Yeah, he was signing those beautiful shark helmets.
That's awesome.
Full size, mini.
I'd love one of those.
That's what I'm saying.
Thanks for getting me one.
No problem. Dude, I didn't get myself anything that day.
Yeah, but you could have at least let your boy know.
I'm sorry.
You're a jerk.
I don't know where the heck you were that day.
You know I collect that stuff.
I don't know where you were.
Way to go.
Way
to go.
Oh, I'm sure we can track one down for you. Beautiful. The Sharks. So anyways, this game, not high scoring.
I don't know. I think it could go either way, to be honest. But I think it's going to be an intense, extremely, extremely physical game with their run game and ours.
I think so, too. I'm excited.
And they got an awesome return. Jacoby Jones is the man.
That dude has broke it many times. He has
3, actually.
He has not been a Brandon Banks, for sure. Brandon Banks hasn't done much for us this season, Nick. Just saying. Putting it out there. I want him to.
I don't have an opinion on that. I want him to, too.
I'm just saying. Dude, that guy was breaking one like every time he got the ball, you thought he was going to break one. Nowadays, you don't get that same feeling. But maybe it comes back this week. You never know. Washington Redskins, sportsevolutionradio.com. Check us out next Wednesday. Hopefully we come back with a W. Sportsevolutionradio.com and video, yes. Follow us on Twitter, Nick Sundberg.
At Nick Sundberg, actually.
At Nick Sundberg, at Darwin Sports, and at Sports Evo Radio. Thank you for following us. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you for retweeting and sharing all this stuff. We really, really do appreciate it. And of
Definitely
course,
do.
Sunbergit. What is that? Sunbergit.com. That's where you can go and purchase these shirts. I've been busy this past week sending them out, so keep me busy, people. Sunbergit.com. Appreciate the support.
SportsEvolutionRadio.com.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Will it?